Hey guys, welcome to the ATV podcast where every topic's fair game. So sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. So as you can see, we have a new background, new studio, new setup. What do you think? What do you think?
I thought we were waiting on them to answer there. I think it looks great, man. Listen, we've just released the first episode on YouTube less than 24 hours ago, and it done that well that we've got the new studio. Look at this place, man.
I know.
We bought this all in the last 24 hours. With all the money that we made, with all the viewers from all you guys at home watching our podcast. So,
yes.
Yeah.
I know, man.
So, what kind of stuff have you heard about the first episode from people?
Yeah, some of my clients weren't happy being called middle-aged and going through midlife crisis. Which I thought was quite funny. But, it's one of those ones where bitty jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
But been pretty much good feedback. Although, some people have been pointing out the moment where you proved me wrong.
Yeah.
And it was obviously not my best moment.
I remind you of that every week, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because that was fun.
But that was on camera, to be fair.
Exactly, and that makes it even better. It makes it even better. But the stuff I've been hearing is like now we spent so long on the captions.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even kidding when I say this. See the subtitles, because we are Scottish and the two of us talk quite fast. Some of the things that thing thought we were saying is hilarious.
Yeah.
We must have took us about an hour, longer than an hour and a half to sit and edit all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the first things my mate messaged me and said when he was watching it was, why we put subtitles, it's distracting me.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I've got that as well, to be fair. Some people don't like the subtitles.
Yeah, so the first episode's going to be the only one with subtitles because people didn't like it and it was a pain in the ass to do it. So, yeah, we're just going to try and speak a bit clearer.
Yeah, we need to slow down. That's what Fab said to me. My girlfriend, she said that she didn't, she's not realised how Scottish I am, but she thinks it's just probably that you've brought it out in me or just because of the recording or whatever.
It's probably
my accent's coming stronger.
Yeah, but well, I felt like my accent was getting better when I was on this because
I know, I feel like
it was me that the thing was understanding the most, which is funny because I've got a stutter for a start and I'm usually the one that nobody can understand.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I can be lazy with my pronunciations.
I ain't known what bones are strong.
Fuck off.
Aye.
Yes, you won that one, but there's got many more to come. There's also a debate one coming out soon.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that one's starring our sister.
Yes.
So we've got how many episodes until this one?
So this will be the 4th episode. So the first one's out and there's 2 more to come out. So this will be the 4th. So
the fourth episode in the new place, and it'll be here from
here on, yeah. So,
and let us know if you have got any ideas for decoration or something we can do to the place.
Yeah.
Because I want more lights. The lights are my favourite. I think
the lights are
so
cool stuff to it.
Yeah, it's ambient.
What is the other colour light?
I want a blue one.
Blue one?
Yeah, and red as well.
Red. There's only so much we can do. We don't want to overload it.
Yes, we do. Why not?
Yes, we do.
Of course we do. Like, what are you talking about? We've got things at our feet right now that we couldn't get on the walls today.
I know,
Look at this, right? So, we got these rugs. This is a Pokemon.
I'll show you this one.
GameCube Pokemon XD. It's the Japanese version. It's cool as anything. We're wanted to put that in the walls, but there's nothing to do it with yet.
And this is a PlayStation 2 SmackDown versus Raw 2006.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think that was... How long ago was that?
Yeah,
Nearly 20 years.
18 years ago.
18 years?
Yeah. But it's just... I found them on Etsy and they were like... It was 2 for 1. They were £30 each and I got them for £30, the 2 of them. That's why...
really good.
Originally I was only getting myself the SmackDown one and I was like... Oh, I can pass this off as a housewarming present for you.
Nice, yeah,
well, sorry, no, a new studio present because we're not at a house. This is a studio.
Yes, it's a studio, definitely not a house.
I'm kidding on. Aaron's moved into his new house, and because he's got his own space now, the extra bedroom's now the podcast room.
Yes, don't know how Fabs will feel about that, but yeah.
Yeah, have we spoken about Fabs on this before?
Yeah,
have we?
I literally spoke about it 2 minutes into the podcast.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you. Oh, I must have heard you.
Clearly not listening to
over my head. No, I never do.
Yeah.
This is a one-man show.
As you always like to think. But yeah, so I've been looking at other podcasts and stuff. It's quite strange seeing other backgrounds. I feel like a lot of them are always individual seats or like tables facing each other and that. I feel like this is very different from what
this is very
background.
Funnily enough, because it's in your house, it's very homey.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just comfy.
That's what one of my clients was saying. It's listening to podcasts is very like an easy listen and very chill, which I thought was kind of what we're going for, isn't it?
It's 100% what we're going for. We don't want it to look like a big warehouse studio. Do you know what I mean? With like all these fancy
I was going to say, you want more lights.
I want cool lights. Like, see if I could, my bedroom would look. In fact, it's going to.
I was going to say your bedroom kind of already looks close to this.
No, but I'm going to buy more lights.
More lights. Yeah. To be fair, we get these for. Oh, this is a great story actually. Got these from Mankind, and I literally didn't even plan on getting anything. Just was a.
You never do when you go into that shop.
True. Yeah, and then I seen it, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." And I sent you a picture, and then I looked at the price and was like, "Oh my god, that's only like £20 or something like that."
Yeah.
And then this one was cheaper, and then they didn't have the Star Wars one anywhere except from like in the cupboard bit, like the display bit. And then I went and asked the person if they got any more, and they said that's only the last one. I was like, "Oh, am I allowed to take it?" She's like, "Yeah." So she went and took out the display, and I went to look for the box. Couldn't find the box, and then I was like, "Oh, can I get a discount then?" Just a off chance.
Entrepreneur now, man.
Yeah.
You start a business and that's you.
Yeah, I know. That's the straight thought, saving money. But yeah, literally 20% off. And then as soon as I paid for everything, she found the box. I was like, "Oh, it's too late now."
Yep, you've already paid. That's it.
Yeah.
You took the box as well, didn't you?
I did take the box.
Hell yeah! So we got 20% off because there wasn't a box, and still got the box.
Yeah, I was very happy with that. But the box is probably just going to be going in the bin.
Brilliant. That's a great story. That wasn't sarcasm.
Oh, right.
It sounded really sarcastic.
I was going to say that was very
no, that sounded like I was being a pure dick, but I was just being serious. That was a cool story. Because I remember when you said that on the phone, I was like, "What a guy, man!" It was 20%. My mum said it was 30, so 20% of that, it was like £6.50 or something.
Aye, something like that. I can't remember, to be honest. But she said, as soon as I heard 20%, I was like, "Aye, take that."
Aye.
Yeah. But Fiona was pure buzzing.
I know.
Yeah, she's like, "I can be more proud of this." Yeah, obviously top me well.
As you do, aye.
Yeah. But aye, it's obviously done well adding to and these as well, the displays.
Yeah, they're really cool. I'm a big fan of these. I'd seen these before. I've heard of this plate, but it was one of the ones that I didn't know how trustworthy they were.
Yeah,
obviously it's like the biggest. It's metal posters, so it's like the biggest one that you can get.
It's actually just magnetic. Like,
and I don't mean biggest in size, it's like the biggest company.
Can you just take this off?
Oh, look at that. Do you know how long we've been getting them level? I'm going to kill you.
I know. Oh, it's bang on. It's level. There we go.
But
I did. So these were quite expensive. I think these were like 40-50 quid each. Each. Yeah.
You madman.
I know, yeah.
Let's get more.
Well, I tried to look for a Stone Cold Steve Austin one for you, but I couldn't find it.
I found it when I went on the website, but it's fine. I think that's cool. That's really cool. It's cool as the Stone Cold one. The Stone Cold one said "Arrive, raise hell, leave," and it was just a picture of him in, like a silhouette in the background.
But that's why I didn't notice it, to be fair.
Yeah, because it was cool, but that one, I think that's cool. It's different. Because everything that I own is Austin 316, so having a Triple H thing's not a big deal.
Aye, Triple H is the best, to be fair.
He's not the best, but he's up there.
He's better than Stone Cold.
Fuck up. Let's not go down this route.
But mine's is, some people don't know, it's from Naruto, and it's Sasuke, who's technically a bad guy, but then he's a good guy, then a bad guy, then a good guy.
Oh, okay. So like Anakin.
Aye.
Good guy, then a bad guy, then a good guy.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much the exact same.
Yeah. And he's one of the most powerful like ninjas in the full series.
So it's just basically Darth Vader.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone disagrees with that, then I'll be annoyed.
No, but it's very like similar characters when you think about it. I
feel like that's what you get in every show.
Nothing comes close to Darth Vader. Nothing.
Darth Vader's like one of the most well-known villains or something.
Probably the most well-known. See, when you think of bad guys in movies,
and I'm trying to think of Joker probably up there.
Maybe, Joker definitely, aye. But like, I seen a thing. It was online. It was like a blog that you get, like it's like a geek blog. That's literally what it was called, and it was the top 20 movie characters of all time, and in the top 6, 5 of them were Star Wars characters.
That's mad.
Yeah, so it was like Obi-Wan was number 2, then it was like I think 6 was Yoda. Yoda, Han, Luke. There was another one. Well, I can't remember, but try and guess who number 1 was. It wasn't a Star Wars character.
It wasn't a Star Wars character. It's the most well known.
No, like everybody's favourite movie character of all time. Like the coolest.
Just in any movie.
Yeah, I know. That is quite hard.
So much. It's surely got to be some event like Iron Man.
close. It's DC's Iron Man.
Oh, Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I just find that quite weird, actually. Don't get me wrong, I like that. He's my favourite from DC, but
Yeah.
I just wouldn't think it would be up there.
I know, but when you think about how long superhero movies have been coming out, he was like the first big one, I would say.
But he's also not a superhero. He's a hero. He's not a superhero.
He's a hero though. It's the anti-hero thing, and it's cool. And it's like,
And he's rich. Everyone just wants his Batmobile.
Exactly. Of course you do. If you'd be stupid if you didn't.
Batmobile. It's such a tongue twister. Say that 10 times fast.
Batmobile. I don't know how to get 3 times into the I stopped before I messed up.
Myself.
You usually do. You start quite a lot.
I know, I do start quite a lot. Do you know what it is? Like, see, like it's very easy when you're sitting watching a podcast.
To judge it, yeah.
To judge it, like, I thought, like, see, sometimes when I heard people stutter or they're pausing to think what they're saying, and sometimes when I'm listening to it in the car, it's all, like, just on Spotify, and they'll get the video of that, and then there's a pause, and you're like, did I pause it? Like, you'd think it cut out or something like that. So sometimes it's very easy to get
doing this definitely gave me much more respect for people that do podcasts, especially ones that do well.
Well, I think people don't realise this part's the easiest part.
What?
The talking and recording. This is the easiest part.
I don't know. Like, try to think of things to talk about, I think, can be quite hard. Obviously, it's fine once you get into a flow and
once you get a rough idea.
It's easy, yeah. But what would we like that night when we were sitting trying to think of topics, man?
I know, yeah. Before we...
Some of the stupid shit we've got wrote down.
Yeah, I know. To be fair, before we...
Dinosaurs.
The first few...
One of them dinosaurs. We're going to do an episode on dinosaurs one day. So, look forward to that.
I don't know if we are.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you sit down and you brainstorm and you're like, what can we talk about? And it's so... Like, you'd think it would be easier because we don't have, like, a set genre.
Yeah.
It actually made it quite hard because we were like, right, we need to cover all things. Like, kinda, if you know what I mean?
But I feel like it was hard for us because we didn't know when our first episode was going to come out, so we decided to record as many as we can. So we probably
started in March.
We started in March, yeah. So it was a long time to actually get episodes that we were happy with, and we done so many.
We recorded
different
a few stinkers, man.
Yeah, there's. I kept saying
we'll maybe post clips of them like as bloopers, but I don't think they'll be coming out as actual
episodes, because it's one of those ones where you think it's easy to start talking in that, and you think, oh, that's a good topic. But also one thing I think was hard for us is because we didn't know when the first episode was coming out, it was hard not to talk about what's in the present. So for example, we couldn't talk about the Euros when the Euros was on, we couldn't talk about WrestleMania when that was on, so because then it could be so delayed. Although
it would have been now if we were to start posting now. Like, the first episode came out there, and I'm talking about a ladder match that I've got coming up, which was 4 months ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was quite a while.
But that's that episode is a re-recorded episode.
Yeah, because the first episode we actually done back in March. And then after 3 months, we were like, no, sack that because it's crap.
It is crap.
Done it again.
You might still think this one's crap.
You never know. But
it was better, isn't it?
It's much better, yeah, because the very first time we done this, we were very awkward. The two of us didn't even look at the camera. Yeah. We hardly looked at each other as well. We were looking at that.
We were just like straight on.
And I'm not saying now we're by any means experts. Like, not even close.
Definitely not.
Not even close. Like, I still listen to it back and think, why am I breathing so heavy? But, like, please don't listen to it for that. Don't listen to it for that. Yeah, except I'm not your father. I'm your daddy.
Oh, no.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, that's good. Devil's clip.
No, but, we're definitely better than we were when we started. It's just one of the things, it's a learning curve every time we do it. I feel like we get better at it.
100%, yeah. And it's one of those, like, you'll come along the journey with us. You know, you'll start to see us hopefully get better and keep it up.
Yeah, and we will eventually have guests as well, because that's something that I want to get. Like, the only thing about that is that we're going to need another camera and another seat.
Angle, yeah.
And then I don't want to just park them on like a bench or like a stool, so we'll need to get...
We're just going to have to go in the
office chair. Like, you just can't see it, right? But it's just an office chair. That's not going to happen because that looks crap and it would be uncomfy. Imagine inviting a guest to a podcast and just sat here like this all luxurious with nice lights. Sit here there, pal.
Who would be a guest? That's what I don't know. You obviously probably want to invite your wrestling guys.
I don't really think... so obviously it would be wrestlers I'd bring on. I think I'd really like to get my coach on. I'd like to get Jack Jester on.
I think you'd be a good guest, actually.
I think despite our differences and we've had actual matches against each other, I think Colton Davis, he'd be a funny person to have one. Like you.
Who's that again?
Colton Davis is the tall one, Sky High Colton Davis.
Oh, yeah.
When I wrestled on my birthday.
Ah, yeah.
So he's a...
He seems like a quiet guy, though. I don't know if that's just from his character or whatever.
He'd be an interesting character to get on. Like, it would be... That would... I think that would go down quite well.
Everyone that you've not said is very insulted right now.
No, but like, that's just the first two that come to mind.
Yeah.
Because, and plus, he's actually said to me, like, he's actually interested in it.
Right, okay.
He's the one that messaged me and was like, why did you do subtitles?
Ah, okay.
And I was like, fuck you, I spent ages on that.
Very long time.
Yeah.
I'd actually like to get clients on it.
Yeah, definitely. That kind of thing would... Because then they could talk about their journey with Evolve and
stuff.
Exactly.
And then just what they've went through and stuff like that. Definitely like to get clients on it. And then I think it'd be very good if we could always get like business people on it.
Yeah, I imagine we got Stone Cold.
That would never happen.
Aye. Never say never.
Never say never.
Exactly.
That won't happen for a very long time until we've got a lot more views.
Aye.
We need
just walked in.
Aye, in freaking Muddle.
We're not Motherwell.
Aye, what?
Why are you lying to them?
It is Muddle.
Is this no Belsill?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. We're a Motherwell.
I nearly said my full address.
Aye, don't do that, because then we'll have all the fans coming to our doors.
Yeah. More like people coming to abuse us.
Aye, coming to steal our lights. Don't. They're mine.
Sorry, I don't know about the roughly notes in Motherwell.
Well, that's what they're getting.
But yeah, I think it'd be good to get someone on the podcast, and I think if we do, we need to actually plan and a bit more, so it doesn't just look a bit sporadic to them as it usually is.
Even today, like the most planning that we done today was we're going to talk about how the first episode's out, our plans for the future.
Yeah. And
that was about it, and we're just kind of going on with it.
That's it, yeah, you just let it flow, I suppose. Sometimes I feel like if you plan it too much, it can like
ruin it.
It can stop the rhythm and the flow and the aspect where I'm thinking, what were we going to say next after this topic, instead of just going what comes into my mind.
But then again, there's both ends of the spectrum there, because one of the episodes we done, it was supposed to be on confidence, and 5 minutes in we were talking about door hinges. I'm not even joking, that must have went on for about 8 minutes, and that's why that one's not getting posted, but that's maybe a clip that we can cut in, because like, I think I done the intro. I actually can't remember, but I just done the intro and I was like, so we're going to be talking about confidence today and how to build confidence, like, as if we were experts, but it was just something that we were going to talk about our personal experiences with. Mm-hmm. And then literally 5 minutes in, you made like a metaphor about door hinges, and I was like, that's not how door hinges work. And this mad rant about door hinges. And it must have been a good 6 or 7 minutes before I went, we're not talking about confidence anymore. Yeah. So like, having a structure's good in that sense.
Yeah, I suppose.
But that was funny.
I feel like it. Yeah, we definitely need to clip that in. But I think with like saying just confidence can be restrictive, I suppose. Like here, we didn't really put a title on it. We've just kind of said, like, your background type thing, and went from there. Yeah,
this feels like another intro. This feels like an introduction part 2.
Part 2.
Feels like. Yeah. Because now, since recording the original intro, we have a better grasp on what we want out of this. So
100%. But yeah, it's obviously the episode 1 is only up on YouTube just now because Spotify.
By the time this goes out, hopefully it'll be on.
It'll definitely be up by the time this goes out. But try to get it set up is definitely a pain in the arse. Ben's mainly the one that deals with all the short clips,
social media,
the social media and that, and then I deal with like the longer uploading and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's definitely one of those ones where having a bit of structure helps. But
yeah, like we've both got our strengths, then we've also both got our weaknesses, and unfortunately both of us have similar weaknesses.
Yeah.
So things tend to be fucking slow in some areas and quick in others. Like, look, we've got a Star Wars light, but we can't upload on Spotify. Do you know what I mean? That's just one of those things that we're working on, but hopefully it'll get sorted quick.
We're good at making things look good, but when it comes to the actual product, it's all downhill.
That's why my physique's great, but I'm an arsehole.
Facts.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Cheers, bro.
Well, I'm just agreeing with you, that's all.
I know, I appreciate it. I said it. I was being genuine.
Yeah. Probably because you've heard it that many times.
Oh, I've heard it so many times.
Oh.
But there was we'd actually today when I went into the asylum when I was training. Well, I wasn't training, we were building the cage for ICW Bard 3 that's happening in September. And I walked in and they were halfway through building the cage. I'd just finished work and went to the gym, so I was like, sorry I'm late. And they all just looked at me and went, and I was like, what? And they were like, a new podcast? You didn't tell us anything about that? And I was like, I've been telling us about that for ages. And they was like, no, you didn't tell us what you were going to talk about. I can't believe you said that on your podcast. And I was like, what?
You're bad.
My heart sank and I was like, what is it? And I just, that way when you go really quiet because you're panicking that much, I could feel my heart racing and I was like, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? And they were all like, I can't believe you, man. I can't believe you said that. Just think what it was. And I was like, I don't know. And then they just all laughed and I was like, you bastards, man. I honestly thought I'd just like cancelled myself on my first episode or something. Like, I didn't think I said anything that bad.
That's the fear, isn't it? Is actually like,
or maybe we didn't change that fucking spelling error with the captions or something. I was like, if we posted that, no man.
There was some things that popped up that were quite bad with the captions.
Some offensive words that we did not say, but the captions thought that we said, and I was like, I cannot believe.
Because we use a app called Veed.
Yeah.
And you just click like auto generate with the subtitles.
But luckily, we wouldn't be doing that again.
No, definitely not.
Are you dealing with captions? I'll be using our own CapCut for like clips and trailers. And
why is it though? Why is it that on like short videos, like it's good to have subtitles to keep people interacted, but then in a podcast it's not good for something that's longer duration? I'm
not an expert on this either, but from what I've learned about it, one of the guys at my training, Thomas Cairns, he's a director of communications for ICW.
Right.
And he does all the social media sides of things and stuff, so he sees what gets the most interactions and what gets the most plays and likes. And again, he's learning just the same as us, but he's got a lot more experience. And he told me that like captions on like TikToks and Instagram help because see if somebody's on a bus and they've not got earphones, they're listening, they're watching TikTok without volume.
Yeah.
And it's like they can keep up with it sort of if they can read what's happening at the same time. And it also is just. It's something for their eyes to catch, even if they have got the volume.
But then obviously a big long podcast who's going to sit there for half an hour listening to us, well not even just reading what we're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to...
it's like it grabs your attention for a shorter video, but then if you're watching a long video it would get old really fast. I think that's what it was.
I feel like that's one thing that, like I was saying to you yesterday actually with anime, like Naruto for example, I watched it in Japanese. Like, it's the audio's Japanese, but you've got the subtitles. Because it doesn't hit the same when you listen to it in English. And also in Crunchyroll that I watch it and doesn't have it in English. It's only... Crunchyroll.
That sounds like a sweetie.
Well, it's an app.
It's an app? I thought it was a show.
No, it's an app that you watch like all the shows on.
Crunchyroll.
Cost me like a $5 a month. It's real good.
Wow.
And you get all these animes to watch. It's really good.
Nice.
You're going to get all the anime fans like Peter saying all this stuff's crap. Very defensive people.
I think most like fan bases are like that anyway. Every fan base has got that section. Like the ultras. Yeah. Like, go away.
See, I'm feeling new into anime, so I feel still like obviously quite a noob. So I'm just going because I say anything completely wrong. You get absolute hate.
I feel like I'm quite a seasoned Star Wars fan, but there's like Star Wars comics and all that.
What are you talking about? Like, I suppose the comics and that you've not read.
I've not read anything.
But with when we were at Gran and Granda's and you and Jack, was it Scott that was reading out the Star Wars questions, and you were pretty much beating Jack every time.
I know. It's the knowledge that you forget you've got though.
Yeah.
It's just in the back of my brain. Like if you were, I can't remember any of those questions and all their answers right now. But see, just because Scott was like that, I think one of them was, what was the name of the actor that played Darth Vader? And I said David Prowse and James Earl Jones because I don't even think he had the two of them on his screen. Yeah. But I knew that James Earl Jones voiced them and David Prowse was in the suit. It's fucking sad. Yeah, it's so sad.
Because I can always remember we done like family quizzes and stuff, like how you remember dates, especially. We were actually, as my dad and Fiona, we were all talking about it on Saturday actually. Yeah. We were talking about like how you're so good at remembering dates.
I don't know why. Like it's just I associate things with memory. So like I used to be obsessed with like when I bought a DVD, I'd look at the back of it and I'd read it all. And it would say the year it was made and all that, and like games as well. I always done that. Like on the way home from the shop with them, I'd
That's
be
quite
like,
weird.
very weird. I know. Like you're saying that as if you're shocked. I've always been a weirdo.
Yeah, I know, but that's extremely weird.
But it's like when you used to get a toy at the shop and you were going home in the car and you'd read everything it can do, and I've done that with DVDs and stuff.
That's good. No, I don't know why this popped in my head, but that was reminded me of my pal Jamie. And one time we were out and he ended up saying that he was bored, so he ended up reading the Bible. And I was like, why?
Why?
I was just bored, because then he ended up, I think he referred to something, I can't remember, but he just ended up saying he read the Bible. And we were like, why? He was like, I was bored.
Do you know what? I'm not a religious person, and I never will be, and I'll never judge anybody for being religious, and I'll never put a word in for it. But see, reading the Bible to me, I find it very difficult to follow. With the way they word things and
it's just also
the cadence in which they speak, it's just like
boring as well. Like,
you're going to annoy people.
I know, but I find like freaking like the books that Fabs read is boring. Like,
I just
don't find it interesting. Me personally, I'm more into. For example, I've got a book just now called The Psychology of Money, and when I first got it, my little sister Olivia made fun of me. She said, "Why are you reading that? That's freaking boring as hell." I'm like, no, I find it interesting, but that's why I said to him, "How could you just sit and read the Bible?" But he just said it's bored.
I find it very difficult. This sounds like I'm really stupid, but I find it very difficult to read. I'm an audiobook person if I'm ever going to read a book. Actually reading, for me, I think I have got undiagnosed dyslexia. I went through my full life with it, but I read a page and I forget everything that was on it instantly. Boom. Yeah. And then I read it again.
I'm the kind of thing I need to. But so when I get diagnosed with dyslexia, how they described it was for like a normal person, it would be 50% brain power would be used reading it and 50% brain power would be used in understanding it. Whereas mine's is like 99% power try to read it and 1% try to understand it. Because how it works is, for me, the white sticks out more than the black. So letters can jumble around and words can seem like other words, and then I'm like, that didn't make sense with it, and then you have to go back and read it. But that's why I had my yellow tinted glasses, because it helped the white stay down and the black stick out more, so it made it easier and less like...
Let's just get one of these lights.
But I feel like the older I've got and the more experience I've had reading, the easier it's became. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm that good that I can... sometimes I still struggle to understand questions, but if you explain it to me by speaking, I would get it straight away.
Yeah.
That's why I always struggled with exams, because I found exams really hard. And I even had a reader and stuff like that, because I found it hard to understand what the question was saying. But if someone just said to me, the question's trying to ask you this, I would know it. 9 times out of 10, you know?
Yeah, the thing is, like, I remember people at my school used to get like the Alpha Smarts and all that as well.
Yeah.
Like the wee keyboards. And I was like, I used to slag them. I'm a horrible bet. But like, I can see why some people need that. Like, because obviously they just can't do it on their own. Like, they can't read. And so, it's a lot of people like writing. Like, it was mainly the Alpha Smarts for the people that's handwriting was too bad. Yeah. Which I'm surprised I never ended up getting asked to do.
Yeah, writing's terrible.
It's actually not bad anymore. Because, like...
It's the way you write with a pencil. Like, this...
Do you know, we were in my coach's house before a night out, right? And he's got this big David Bowie lightning bolt that he's just been cut out of plywood that's painted and all that, and it's on his wall. And he wants everybody that comes for a bevy and he shoots to sign it.
Fair.
So we went in.
Cool.
I know, we went in, and I was one of the first to sign it. And I picked up my pen, and everybody in the full house just went, "What the fuck?" I was like, I don't know, man. I've always wrote like this, and then everybody was like, "Why are you doing that? That's giving me anxiety."
It is the weirdest thing ever. I don't know
so,
how
like,
you do it.
I put, like, say this is a pen, I'd put it through these two fingers, and then hold it underneath with my thumb, and write with my wrist.
Yeah, so his index finger and middle finger, the pencil's in between there, and then the thumb's like holding it, so it's like a claw.
Literally, it is. And then, like, when most people write, they move their fingers. I don't. My fingers stay still and I move my wrist.
Oh yeah.
So, like, try and write with your wrist. That's what I do.
What, the way I hold it?
Yeah, well, anyway.
Oh, that's why.
That's you're doing it with your shoulder and your elbow, like just your wrist. That's how I write.
No wonder you write so messy.
I don't know, it's just how I've always done it, man. That's just what I've always been like.
I'm surprised teachers didn't shout at you for that.
No, there's people at my school who used to write weirder than that. There was people that used to put their pencil through their three fingers and come at their pinky. Like there. Like that.
Yeah.
And hold it like that. And I was like, you look
To be
like...
fair, I knew a lassie that wrote with all four fingers on the pencil.
What, like she's playing a flute?
I don't know how the hell her fingers are all mangled like that. I can't talk about having mangled fingers.
Right. This is getting disgusting now, man. Look, I've still got a fat finger from one of my matches that happened 3 weeks ago. And it will not go down, man. I think I'm going to need to go and get it checked.
You might need to.
Do you know what's mad, right? See, about this time last year at the Comic Cons, I wrestled a team called Arcade Violence that wrestle at ICW, and I'm really good pals with them now because they've turned face. And so, during it was my second match ever, it was a tag team match with Landon against the two of them, and Robbie went to grab one of the ropes, and as he went to grab it, he hit it straight on with his finger.
Oh, was this at Comic Con?
Yeah, and he broke his finger, and he had to get surgery on it, and it's stuck bent like that, and it won't move, just forever. It will not extend. So he does like forward rolls on his fists and handstands on his fists and all that when he's doing it in wrestling, and me being me, I laughed at him. Right.
Karma.
Yeah, and now mine's is scubbed, and I genuinely think it might be the same. Like, I can't bend that past there, so mine's is the opposite problem. Yeah. So his won't go up past there, and mine's won't come down past there.
But I think yours is probably just that swollen.
The thing is, the swell's just not going down though. It's been the same size since the day after it happened.
Yeah, that's not good.
I know, it's been 3 weeks.
You should get that checked.
Probably.
But that's time.
Yeah, that's half an hour gone.
That flew.
I did that one.
See, we're getting better at this, eh?
We're making time move faster. That's how good we are.
Or you might have turned this off by now. So if you're still listening, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Let us know what you think of the new setup, any ideas for decoration and stuff. Leave a wee like, give us a follow, all that stuff. And thanks for watching.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Take care.